Hey, so this is my contest entry for the D.W. Jackson Win a Trip to Japan contest. I decided I'd do a book review for the contest entry just because I wanted to have something to talk about and I was curious as to what his books were like. I should probably say that I usually don't read much fantasy. I usually mostly read non-fiction books. It's not that I'm not a fan of fantasy, that's kind of just what I end up reading. But I'll try and give my honest opinion about what I thought about the books from the perspective of someone who doesn't usually read so much fantasy. So the book I chose to review is the Inexperienced Mage from the Reckoning saga. It's the first book in that series of books. So far I've only read a little over halfway through the book, but as today is the only chance I'm going to have to record this, I'm just going to do a review based on what I've seen so far. So the book is set several thousand years after the Fey Wars, which from my understanding were a set of wars against magic which have sort of separated the empire into smaller countries or factions. And at this point magic more or less no longer exists, and any sort of magic related artifacts have been destroyed. So the story takes place in the Farlin Queendom, which is one of the smaller countries I suppose, where men are treated as second-class citizens and they're often sold into slavery. The main character, Mark, is being trained in an academy so he can become a more sought-after slave and be sold for a higher value. Once his training is finished, he's purchased by the Queen of Farlin, but they're attacked en route to the capital, and it's at that point that he takes his chance to escape. During his escape, he comes across a dilapidated tower where he finds various magical books. It's from there that he begins to teach himself magic and makes his way to the capital, whilst trying to maintain his newfound status as a free man. As far as what I think of the book, I have to say I'm really enjoying it so far. I really like the approach to magic and enchantment and that kind of thing, because I felt like it had realistic limitations compared to how other movies or books have approached it. It's often the case where the boundaries of what can and can't be done are not really set. So I like the way that what he could do was sort of finite and did have limitation. The other thing I found quite interesting was the concept of the queendom, whereby all the men in Farlin are second-class citizens and are often sold into slavery, etc. I just thought it was quite a cool concept, and it's not something I've seen done before in other books that I've read at least. I don't know if maybe it does exist somewhere in a book that I'm unaware of. The one thing I did find when I was reading through that I really would have liked more of is more sort of backstory. I'd really like to know more about the lore of the different kingdoms and how that all works. But it may well be something that he goes into in later books. I won't give the book any kind of rating because I feel like ratings are a bit kind of silly and redundant really, but I definitely would recommend reading it. I'm definitely going to at least finish this book and maybe I'll read all the rest. I mean, it's only $3 or £2 something, so even if you don't like it, it's didn't really cost you anything to find out. I will have put the link somewhere on this video and likely in the description as well to go and to his Amazon page to have a look. Thanks for watching and I'll see you later.